Hey guys, Joel Frank here, market analyst for YouTrading, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about technicals and some technical indicators that you should look out for. So the specific focus of today's video is going to be on support and resistance. Pretty much the first thing you learn about, like when you're learning about trading, the first thing that anybody will tell you is you need to look out for support and resistance. So I've got here this chart that I've got up. This is Ethereum on one-day candlesticks, the cryptocurrency Ethereum, and there are some pretty good examples of it responding to support and resistance. So I just want to pretty much zoom out and show you how support and resistance has worked in the past for Ethereum, and potentially talk about how it might work again in the future. So, okay, look back here to mid 2021. Okay, you got this low here that it printed in May 2021 around 1740. We then tested it again in June around 1700 again, then again in July. So that is a triple bottom, a very, very strong area of support right here. And actually, let's draw a horizontal line going across so we can see it. Okay, really strong area of support has been established there. We then, we have a rally back to record highs, and then a bit of a pullback into the end of 2021, and then obviously the crypto bear market in 2022 begins. Really gets kicking in the start of Q2, and by May this year, we're again testing this area of support. But initially, look at that bounce from that area of support. Buyers waiting to buy the dip. Essentially, they're thinking, look, this was a really strong area of support before, maybe they were still bullish on cryptocurrency. Looks like it didn't work out for them if they were buying there, because obviously we did fall below, but the idea was probably that they wanted to buy the dip and then hold for another surge to record highs. This level here proved really strong for a while, but then, as is often the case, when there's a very important level of support or resistance that's held for a long time that then gets broken, well, the break can be ferocious. Now, why is that? A lot of people getting caught on the wrong side of a trade. Basically, maybe that they were buying Ethereum, around 1800 or a little bit below, and they had their stop losses around 1700 or a little bit above. And when they get stopped out, that can cause a cascade of selling pressure. People capitulating as well as they become further and further offside on their trade, and they see that their trade idea isn't working out. So we saw this big drop, okay? And that is quite characteristic of support and resistance. When an area is really important, like I said, it can break very ferociously. And just by the way, if you are interested in trading Ethereum, does look like we're soon going to test this very important area of well, it's now resistance. It was support, it's now turned to resistance. So you'd be looking at between 1700 to 1750. And are there going to be sellers waiting? Is the crypto bear market over? If it's not, and we've got further lows ahead, well then maybe this is actually going to be quite a good area to sell. Obviously, with crypto, it's always difficult. So, yeah, trade lightly. But just quickly, instead of very long important areas of support and resistance, let's just look at how these things can play out in the short run. Sometimes you can get it where a market will form a range, where markets, there's not too much happening, and we're just range bound. We're waiting for further macro developments. Well, you can see that Ethereum in late June and early July, it was in this very nice range, around 1270 to 1000, and on multiple occasions found support and then resistance in this area. So the smart traders playing the range, after it had been up to 1275 kind of area and then down to 1000 again, well then perhaps they thought, there's not much going on in the market right now, so I'm going to sell when we get to the top of this range and ride it lower. And then equally, maybe there were some dip buyers when we got back down to around 1000 again. They thought, do you know what? I don't actually think the fundamentals have changed that much to warrant us breaking any lower, so I'm going to buy again and target the top of the range. Now, obviously, specifically to Ethereum, there's been some this build-up of optimism regarding like an update that the network's having called the merge, which is now penciled in for September. So that's kind of driven this breakout. But that's fundamentals behind this. There's a change that's happened fundamentally that's driven this rise. So obviously you can't really play these ranges, support and resistance like this, if there's big important changes in the fundamental outlook. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Hope this Ethereum example kind of helped. I thought it was a good example. And I will see you all in the next one.